don't be afraid because they're doing the same things during the last administration with President Trump that they're doing now. Okay, stimulating the economy, being aggressive, causing conditions for people to die from disease. And my tooth, I almost got one this time. Okay, Earl. Wait, knock on wood. Earl, you're funny, but uh, I was playing ball in the barn last night, and the thing from the tooth irritated you, and it made you depressed and sick, and then your midsection, because of your sedentary behavior and your depression, um, stiffened up again. But then I started moving around. I get up and move around, and I soak, and it cleans out. And so this stuff's getting out of my body, and when I because of this and then that, and it was irritated, and I had to work with the rectum and stuff. But then I just relax and get it out. Better out than in. If you have poison in the body and it stays in the colon, it will cause cancer. When it's coming out, it will cause polyps on there, and it'll irritate it and cause what's perceived as cancer there too, because you're being poisoned, you're shutting down. So what you do is just don't panic, clean it with saline soap, drink plenty of water, eat healthy foods. And like I used to tell my kids when they were young, if you drown in a pool, you can always hold your breath and walk out. So it's the panic that kills you and not the water. So when we clean out the water and we use the water to clean out the body, we most of us that are being abused should be able to recover. If you're not able to recover, it's because they're abusing you with your brain activity and you have trouble self-correcting. And so it's very vicious, it's very selfish, and it's very disgusting. But the technology is getting better than it was back in 1981 in Judah Krishnamurti's time. And it's hard because I don't understand people. It's funny, I got my little Google TV device thing working, and it's pretty neat. I'll explain it to Dad and get it in there. I don't know how to do the things with the sports yet, but as far as TV, you can watch whatever news you want to watch. You can go and watch whatever, just about any TV shows you find. It's limited a lot from what I can tell with advertising, so you can just sit there and watch the Flintstones, watch support your local gunfighter, watch your like you're watching videos, like you're watching DVDs of it. So it's very relaxing, and it doesn't have a lot of the stress of the advertising. So it's a $50 gadget, and you can take a $12 gadget and hook it up to other TVs. And so people can sit there and listen to whatever they find entertains them or gives them a dopamine pleasure or relaxation, and then they can just sit and watch it. So it's to help people relax and enjoy the rape. I don't necessarily think that. Demis explained to me, he goes, Earl, you didn't put and. Yeah, it was you. It was operator error. It wasn't the military. Oh, okay, cool. It is still the military. I'm stuck here and anonymous and abused by a bunch of perverts. So it is still the military, just so you know, Demis. And he's laughing. I'm like, don't you make me slap you. Just joking with him. And he's a good kid. I connect to prayer, people in prayer. And I don't know how it works with them. I only know how it works with me, right? I can't say that they're having the same active conversation that I'm having with them, because the soul transcends the mind. And so that Kristen Walker girl on NBC News is cute, isn't she? Yeah, she's cute. She's dumb. They're all dumb as box of rocks, guys. Okay, not Jennifer Lopez, Beyonce, Oprah, Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, dumbest box of rocks. We need money. We use money to manipulate. We are a monkey holding jewel in box and then get it head cut off in a Malaysian market and be fed jellied monkey brains for money to pay rent. They're dumb. Okay? Son of a bitch. It's like, they're so dumb. It's like, the dumbest people I ever saw was on TV making money through advertising. They're so dumb. We took their driver's license away. They walked into a telephone pole. They're dumb. And so it's true. Billy Crystal doing Muhammad Ali and it's some of my favorites. Her name is Alcindor. I wonder if she's related to Cookies and Cream. The little lady on the news right now. Okay, so I don't know. Well, she's cute. She's got a nice jawline and full lips and big brown eyes, a lot like my Raquel. She's a cutie pie. Earl, No, I find her very. Lots of shallow people. She's not as attractive as Angie Bassett. Okay, what if Miss Alcindor wants to live the Lord's Prayer and Angie Bassett don't? Who would you rather, garden with and be, a little chitchy face and teddy bear without trying to kill each other because we're not in Bulgaria driving cars no more? You know what I'm saying? Been saying it for a long time. She's got cute hair too. She's got natural little. I like natural hair, especially on all women, not just black women, right? I like natural hair, and so I'm just that way. When I colored because they were mind fucking with the possibility of Jennifer Lopez, and I colored my hair, it irritated. It took years to get all the chemical toxins out of my upper lip and my beard. It was horrible. And like when I stopped using deodorant and shaved my armpits and stopped the formation of any kind of tumors from my chemicals in my deodorant. I never used antiperspirant. I don't mind perspirant. I don't mind sweats. I don't mind sweat stains and stuff like that. It's like, okay, I'm a human being. Get the fuck out of here. Seriously? I thought you were a robot. Okay, how do we know Sheldon's not a robot, right? I smell a robot. Okay. Will you bring harm to a human or so you're funny. I know. But so no, Dimmich has a good sense of humor. I'm connecting to him. He's a charming kid. He understands he has relative interactions of things that limit his capacity to think properly because of relative group brain damage, especially with his peers and the people he was raised with, and the community he was raised with, and the aggression in the community he was raised with, and the attack on tribes through culturalism. So he understands it quite well. He plays chess real well. Me, I just lay down the king and say, okay, all the other 23 live, yay! That's me. That's how I quote win at chess. Explain that to Yusuf Islam, the former Cat Stevens, all those years ago when I was in Sierra Vista, Arizona. So, and I don't know. I might just Dimmich has he has a YouTube. He knows. Okay, Dimmich knows. He knows. Could he correct? No, for some reason he doesn't. He is in a difficult situation. Okay. Apparently, there are a lot of people, okay, that will find out who you like and who you're attached to, okay, and say, yeah, if I can't fuck her, nobody can fuck her, and then kill everybody you care about before you're living in the kingdom of heaven. That's how vicious this stuff is right now. Makes me wonder, okay, I might be interested in meeting Max and Emmy's mom now that it's explained to me. Thanks, Demis. Okay, checkmate. Okay. I don't know, though, dude, because you look at those pictures of me back during the Obama administration, right? I'm really cute, and you could see me running around with Jennifer Lopez holding the hands, a bunch of people taking pictures and saying, it's the apocalypse, and this is a guy like King David, and that's his gorgeous wife. Yeah, what a beautiful couple. Now give us some privacy, you rotten little bastards. Okay, but I could see that back then, okay? But now I just, then I could feel it and see it, but now I'm like, you mean 46 plus years with this lady? She's crazy, and she never stops. I can outwork you. I can outjog you. I can out David Goggins you. If I wanted to have sex with David Goggins, I would have knocked him over the head, take him inside, and skull fucked him to death, right? Because, I'm a pro-magnum caveman, but I don't do that because I'm not Andrew Huberman, and my brain works differently than his. And no, I'm not going to let him cut the top of my head off there and root around with a big stick and think he's pulling out a tumor when he's actually pulling out a brain, and his brain is a tumor, right? It's funny. That was vulgar. It was very vulgar. Why do you guys always ask for money for supplements? Why do you ask for money for beds? And then sit there and say there's a problem with Parsons' brain? It doesn't work anything like Jesus or King Solomon. Are you sure about that? I've got a rook right here, and then we'll get the rook. I forgot about the rooks. Then I'm going to take your own sword and cut your bloody fucking murdering head off with it, and then ask the rest of the Philistines, which one of you bastards is Mex? Haley Jackson now. I don't know who Haley Jackson now is. I have no true. I don't watch some news. I never hardly watch the news. It's put on here as a thing. I've seen Blondie. She's, what's her name? Caroline Levitt. Hey! Do you have short people in your family that serve for the New York Police Department that actually live in Los Angeles, California, in a studio that's supposed to pretend they're in New York, but they're really not? Levitt, it's funny. Oh, for crying out loud there, for Sniggano. What do you guys know for funny? So as far as the tariffs and stuff like that, it's a temporary solution. I know it's temporary. It's a temporary problem to a eternal consistent solution. Okay. Forgive that trespass, love one, turn 5 for peace, checkmate, you Gracie, knock it off, 23 live, 1 lay down. So which one of you kings is going to lay down so the other 23 can live a life of the promise of the Lord? Netanyahu? Pope Leo? Jamie Dimon? Which one of you is going to lay down first so we can all live the Lord's Prayer? Or you could stand up for me without fear and tell them on, do your worst. Hey, this is just like Jim Caviezel with his son on the Count of Monte Crisco. Count of Monte Crisco. Want to bake a cake? If I know Joe coming, I'd baked a cake. I Count of Monte Crisco. Where's my Mercedes? No, I don't like Pebbles. She's mean. She took away all of Lisa Leftova's, Chili's, and T-Boz's money. They needed to pay their bills and have sex with their NFL guys. And if they caught him screwing around, they burned down his house. Hopefully it was really, insured. You're funny. Insured, drink, insure. Oh, protein. Okay, guys, do you understand? Proteins, if you have so much undigested meat in your body because of chemical poisoning, try to clean it out with celeries and stuff like that. When Andrew Huberman talks about people eating protein, he's talking about people like himself. He's not talking about poor people like you that have enough McDonald's and I love that chicken from Popeyes that could kill your grandma 6 times over with 13 coronaries in one day. Okay, do you understand? So before you listen to professionals, size yourself up with that professional and see if you fit his genocidal agendas like him and David Goggins. Can you pass the test? Rampart, stat! Okay, do you understand? 1 out of 12, 1 out of 12. It's okay. Just the facts, ma'am. Just the facts. What a dragnet. I know. Okay, guys. Thanks, Dimas. Thanks for playing chess with me in the playground of my mind. I like Clint Holmes, too. My name is Michael. I got a nickel. I got a nickel, shiny and new. I'm gonna get me all kinds of candy. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay. Forgive debt and trespass, love one, eternal, faithful peace, and share the candy with the children. And don't listen to politics from bankers of people that own museums with priceless works of art, because you're priceless, and their art is nothing but a brain fart. Okay, I love you too.